Welcome back to the Ross Bolen podcast. I am Ross Bolen here with my co-host, Jared Borislow. J-Bones, say hello to the lovely listeners.
Ross, you're talking to a Grand Prix winner right now. Thank you.
Please clap. Back to you, Jared.
Funk.
Damn, dude, one day, though.
Please clap.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank
Jared won his first race, his first win on twitch.tv/Formula Bone last night. Where were you racing?
So I told people before the race, I said, hey, tonight's the French Grand Prix. I found out that the reason I thought that is because on the last year's calendar, it went Azerbaijan to France. I totally forgot they canceled the Canadian Grand Prix.
Oh, that's riveting, Jared.
But the video game still has the Canadian Grand Prix in there.
Sure.
So
it was the Canadian Grand Prix.
I made a bridge between the two. I said it was the French Canadian Grand Prix because it's in Montreal.
Racist. Okay, sure. You won.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how I celebrated?
Yeah, I do know how you celebrate.
How?
With a shoey. You did a champagne shoey live on Twitch, and it was both disturbing and disgusting.
There were two more ways I celebrated.
I'm scared to know what the other two were based on the first.
I ate $15 at Taco Bell.
I don't know if most would consider that a celebration. That's more of a self-mutilation than anything.
And then the next one. Remember how yesterday I told you that I was on TikTok and I bought I bought packs of F1 cards?
Yep.
I celebrated by going home and buying an entire box.
Jesus God.
Yeah, it was.
How much is a box? I don't want to know. No more numbers today, Jared, because it's Tuesday. Twosday. 2/22/22, Jared. A palindrome for the palindromies. Bone Man is off Wednesday, so we're recording early on Twosday.
I knew that it was 2/22/22, but I didn't realize until today that it's a Tuesday also.
Yeah, pretty wild. Pretty wild. I also didn't realize the Tuesday part until I saw somebody on Twitter with the cleverness, and I was like, mother of God. So here are some special things about today other than the obvious. Kanye West, otherwise known as Ye, has his live performance in Miami this evening to preview his new release, Donda 2, which is scheduled to release exclusively via his stem player today on 2/22/22. I have my stem player right here, waiting and ready to receive the album from the mothership. Nobody knows how to get it. Nobody. All Jared has been able to find out so far with his research is that I have to delete Donda 1 off of it, which I find to be hilarious in and of itself.
Do you think it's an airdrop situation?
Oh, absolutely not. This piece of shit here? No, Jared. This is a repurposed sex toy that Kanye shipped to me for $300.
It looks like one of the bathroom shower Bluetooth speakers that you buy for $5.
That's exactly what it looks like, Jared. And if you're new here and you're like, wow, this dumbass really bought that just for Donda 2. No. This dumbass bought that for Donda 1, which I will now have to delete in order to even have a chance at receiving Donda 2. And again, I haven't been able to find a single person online that has described for pre-existing stem player owners what they're supposed to do to receive this $300 album, or in our case, I guess $150. Working our way toward profit, Jared. Me and the stem player owners from the OG days, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see how that performance goes tonight. The likelihood that I receive the album today is next to 0 if you're into numbers and percentages.
How do you watch Kanye's performance tonight?
I actually don't know, because formerly it was Apple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume there's a website that he'll blast out via social media, but Apple was doing all his streaming before, which means there is a chance of extreme failure, which is generally why I tune into these at this point. I've seen the man do everything he can do. He's lit himself on fire in front of me. What am I supposed to do? I want to see something fucked up happen, like Marilyn Manson and DaBaby popping out of his childhood home. That was shocking and worth the wait.
What if he burnt? You said he might burn down his childhood home.
He is allegedly going to set it on fire. I think he's got a pyro thing going now in this phase of the Ye life.
Who do you think? Do you think he's going to burn it down with somebody inside of it?
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, there's a bevy of people he could pick from. Bevy, not Bebby. Bevy. A bevy of people. Bevy. Look it up, dumbass.
What? Yeah. What?
Not you, Jared.
What if
the
it's
listeners.
what if it's a Viking funeral for himself? What if he self-immolates?
I am a little worried about that being a possibility based on the ending to Donda 1's performance, where he was raised off of the floor and through the ceiling of whatever stadium that was, and kind of a going to heaven style thing, you know. And this one is just lazily named Donda 2. So that tells me he's kind of given up on some level.
Yeah, I will
Down to
say.
2. What?
Here's the issue. If he does intend, like if it's clear that he's going to light the house on fire, somebody needs to do a thorough search of the house for Skeet first, just to make sure.
Yeah. I mean, the odds that Skeet is crucified at some point during the Donda 2 performance in Miami tonight are fairly high.
What's
Like I'd say 15% chance.
What if Kanye goes
Like, what's his name? You mean Jesus?
No. I was
The
trying
most famous person to ever be crucified? Jesus?
I was trying to think of Theon Greyjoy. but yours is better.
Yeah, same but different. Hey, what were you saying?
Oh, like,
Oh, yeah, 15%.
Yeah.
15%
Okay.
chance that Skeet is either crucified or set on fire inside of Kanye's childhood home. Neither of which I think is going to solve the problems in Ye's life, even as much as he'd like to believe that. Other than the Kanye show, the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas is offering 22% off, starting at $222 on hotel rooms. Guests must stay a minimum of 2 nights, of course, because of the number 2.
Uh-huh.
A purveyor of NFTs plans to mint 2,222 of them today. They don't even say which purveyor. Not helpful.
I went to the grand opening of the Atlantis in Bahamas.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
The original?
Yeah. Yeah, 1990...
1997.
Seven? I think it was 7. Well, I was there. So across the hall from us was tennis legend Jimmy Connors. Nice guy. Michael Jordan was there.
How have you never told me this?
I don't
We've
know.
talked about the Atlantis on multiple occasions.
Not sure. I told you I
It's
met
one of my
Michael
favorite
Jordan
places on earth, man.
I did tell you I saw Michael Jordan there in a pool and he waved to me.
Yes.
And my uncle, the bridge penthouse suite, it's the bridge between the two.
Yeah, I think
buildings.
Oprah owns it now.
Really?
Yeah, but she leases it out or what? Rents it out, leases it out. What?
My
I don't
uncle
know.
was trying to stay there, but they're like, no, Michael Jordan's staying there.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, my uncle got big dicked by
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, and then
That's happened to a lot of people though.
yeah, then he tried to say hi to Michael Jordan in the casino at the table, and Michael Jordan's people were like, no, you're not.
Michael Jordan's not friendly, man.
No, which is funny
Mike's
because
usually angry.
when I think of like the biggest sports stars in American history, like generally they're all like kind of at least
Personable. Like Ty Cobb.
I don't know why that's what you went for first, but I'm thinking like
Because he was not personable at all. He was
I
a
feel
total psycho,
Oh,
raging
really?
asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like,
Also
look,
racist.
LeBron. Like LeBron's he's kind of a douchebag, but like if a little kid went to LeBron with a shoe and it was like, "Hey, LeBron's that," he'd sign it. He's a nice guy like that. Michael Jordan would kick the kid in the face, and then take a flu game poop in his.
Think I signed shit for free?
Yeah. But
And then kick? You
he's
think
so
he would
beloved.
kick?
Yeah, I think he would kick.
All right.
Why is Michael Jordan so beloved? He's such a dickhead. I don't get it.
It's part of his allure, honestly. Like, he was in a really good mood at the All-Star game, like running around hugging people and like ribbing with all the other athletes for the 75th anniversary, 75, whatever the fuck. And it was weird. People were like, why was Michael Jordan so happy? Like, it was like a discussion in the sports world. Like, what the
Yes.
hell?
I think he just had sex.
Yeah.
That's my Stephen A.
Stay off the weed.
I think Michael Jordan just had sex and things of that nature. Potentially he was blown. Ross.
Wow. Stephen A. I can't do, I don't even know who he argues with anymore.
Himself? I don't know.
No, there's definitely
Skip's
a
got
show.
Shannon.
There's a woman in the middle who I every time I watch the show, I feel bad for her because she's supposed to like mediate. And who can mediate with Stephen A. being one of the two conversationalists. But yeah, I can't remember.
Stay off the weed.
There you go. In other news related to 2/22/22, our great nation, America, the United States of it, as it has been described, is making its first Pluto return, meaning Pluto will be in the same place as it was on July 4th, 1776. The birth of our nation.
That's the dumbest fucking stat I've ever heard.
What, you don't care about Pluto, the once planet?
What the fuck? I don't.
Is it a planet again?
No, it's not a planet.
So why is this in here? I wrote it. I don't know why I'm asking.
Ross, you're telling me It's newsworthy that the dwarf planet of Pluto is going to be in the exact same place it was on July 4th. How often does that even happen?
This is the first time since then.
Have people been anxiously awaiting this?
This is our first Pluto return as Americans.
So you're telling me that tonight, as I look up at the sky, I'm looking at the exact same Pluto-specific location as George Washington did.
You know what God's doing right now? God is doing the gladiator meme. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I will
That's
say,
what God's doing to you.
Starting off the show with this quick hitter news thing, I'm a big fan of this.
Quick hitter. 15 minutes in, and I'm not even close to done.
I like this.
All right, let's keep going then. Also, today, unsurprisingly, very popular day for weddings. So if you were like, we are so original, you're not. You're not.
Well,
This is very common news. I'm going to give you some stats on
okay,
that.
let's hear it.
Sacramento, California is holding what it's called its biggest once-in-a-lifetime collective wedding event at the state capitol, in which 222 couples will tie the knot in a ceremony concluding at 2:22 p.m. local time.
That's really cultish. A mass wedding?
Mass wedding, dude. You getting married with 220 other motherfuckers. That is odd. Yeah, what if it is just a big mass suicide? Like,
Well, what is a wedding but not a big suicide?
Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Also, in Las Vegas, where county officials just issued its 5 millionth wedding license.
That's
Jesus
a lot.
God. Wedding chapels are reporting limited availability for services due to heightened demand. Officials say February 22nd is likely to be Nevada's busiest wedding day in recent history, especially considering the drop in demand during the pandemic. Which I totally didn't think about this, but like, not very many people were like going to get married during the pandemic. People were not stoked on that. Some people powered through that had weddings planned and they went and fucking did the thing and everybody wore masks and shit. I went to a couple of them. It's a little strange. But whatever, you got to do what you got to do. But in general, people avoided getting married in the pandemic, especially if they wanted their older family members to be easily able to make it safely or whatever. Didn't think about that. The wedding industry definitely took a big hit. But who among us didn't, Jared? Who among us?
Now, what about what is it called? Like the world's tiniest chapel or the tiniest little chapel in Vegas where they do like drive-through weddings for drunk idiots?
Drive-through weddings?
Uh-huh.
Sick.
I'm pretty sure it's where like Britney Spears got married for a day in like 2005 or something.
To Kevin Federline?
No, they got married for longer than a day. They had a baby.
Oh. Well, as you and I are drive-through enthusiasts, I might have to make number two at the drive-through wedding, which I assume number 2 is regular-ass marriage. Don't know what the other options are.
Yeah,
What's number 1?
When you pull up to a drive-through wedding, the number 1 is just the standard wedding.
What's the number 69?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's nice, though.
We
know that.
That's the land, air, and sea.
That would be sick as a wedding gift. I might have my wedding cake. You know how you get to pick what it is?
Yeah.
What are you picking?
For my wedding cake?
Yeah.
My
Are you
ass. I'm the wedding
Just
cake.
a bust of your buns?
Uh-huh. That's
For
the cake.
people to feast on? You want everybody at your wedding to eat your ass metaphorically.
And
That's what you're saying.
And physically.
On record. All right. Well, we're going to have to clip that and play it loud through a megaphone as I wander around the outside of the venue.
You're not getting invited?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me, Jared.
Save the date, Ross.
I could be inside with that megaphone. It's your choice to make.
That's going to impact
Okay.
the wedding.
You just keep that in mind.
My sister is speaking of things on 2/22/22. My sister's currently in labor
Oh,
on 2/22/22.
like right now?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yep.
Look at all. We started recording right at 2:22 on 2/22/22, by the way, just for like good luck to see what would happen. So hopefully it's going well. I feel good about what's
my penis
happening.
grew 3 inches. Good
Wow.
luck. Yeah.
Why not 2 inches?
Fuck. Okay, wait. If I think
Take
hard
an inch
enough.
off, Jared. Yeah, there you go. Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day. That'll get you right
Thank
to where you need to be.
I don't even know what she looks like.
I don't either.
And I feel like if I try to picture her, it's going to be hotter.
It's Gillian Anderson.
Who's that?
I think she played Margaret Thatcher in something. I could be wrong, though. She was in the X-Files. She's great. She was in The Great, too. Next fact. The Clark County Marriage License Bureau decided to keep its temporary pop-up facility at the Harry Reid International Airport, which was traditionally available for travelers coming to get married around Valentine's Day, open through February 22nd to accommodate the surge. Great. The Contra Costa County Clerk, wow. The 4 C's office in Richmond, California, wow, 5 C's, says it's performing 22 weddings today, almost double the number of ceremonies it typically offers. And for East Coast couples looking for something a little low-key, Kindred Spirits Weddings, a justice of the peace service, is offering $22 deals for anyone eloping in the Seacoast, New Hampshire region today. Huge for those listeners.
Okay, what isn't it? So people want to have what I understand from this is people want to have a cool, memorable wedding date. When did you get married? 2/22/22.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like there are people who are obsessed with this numerology stuff and the signs. My girlfriend is one of them. Today is very important to her. Very important. One of the coolest dates in our lifetime that we're going to experience. And I'm like, for sure it is.
Well, we get one of these every 10 years.
Not a 2/22/22.
What's it? Okay, we're gonna get 3. Wait.
You see? We're not going to get...
Fuck. 30.
We're not going to get a 4/44/44. We're not going to get a 5/55/55.
We got 1/11/11.
Yes, but that was the last one in 2011.
We got not. No,
See? It's hard. You don't get very many of these.
Okay.
Wait, 9/9/1999 would have worked, right?
Oh, see, so what about 4/4/44, 3/3/33? Is it the fact that there's the extra? Is it the fact that there's the extra number thrown in because it's 22?
I think so.
Okay,
but I agree that those ones should be counted as special and spectacular too.
Like 'cause we're about to get
numberists.
Yeah, I don't think numbers are that cool. I'll be honest. I'll say it right now.
I
Ross,
fucking hate math.
I think numbers as a whole are a human construct, and we'd be a lot better if we didn't use them.
I think that's just fact, and I agree with you. And I think the calendar is bullshit too. Let's just go about our business doing what the fuck we want to do based on nothing but how we feel, and see how it goes.
I think we should. The only way that numbers should ever factor in is if you're counting on your hands and toes. And if you're ever like, oh, well, the number I'm dealing with is more than I can count on my hands and toes, you're in over your head. You shouldn't be doing something that requires any amount of counting or math more than you can count on your hands and toes.
That's why I love that we've done away with cash, because you used to have to count it out. Now I just stuff the card into whatever fucking machine is opening up its gullet for me and feed it that sweet plastic, and it takes whatever amount it needs. Nobody's counting in 22.
We have advanced so far technologically right now that we're advancing past math. We did so much math that we've advanced past it. We're making our way to a new astral plane, Ross.
That's almost the Halo theme song for humans and all we've accomplished. Look at us. Stop. I'm going to have to leave the room and go play. That's the rule. It's like hearing a call, like a siren's call. That Halo theme song gets me every time. Anyway, moving on. That was a great segment on 2/22/22, Ross. Thanks, Ross. Today's episode is also brought to you by Birddogs, and we have a new code, so listen up. Do not skip through. Birddogs. They're making the most comfortable shorts in the world with the built-in underwear you know and love for living life and making love. It's like, why wear shorts with underwear when you can wear even better shorts with built-in underwear, thus creating less laundry, thus saving the planet, thus making you a hero who is also better looking and more comfortable. Birddogs, you silly bastard. But did you know they make pants, Jared?
Pants for your legs and your other parts that are between your legs.
They're covered by these pants that Birddogs has made. They even make joggers, and they're phenomenal. They also have the built-in underwear. Pants for work, pants for play, pants for golf. The joggers are extremely comfortable. And what's more, for being an RBP listener, when you use the code ROSS, R-O-S-S, as in my name.
Ross, R-O-S-S, Ross.
Ross, on birddogs.com. When you check out, you will get a free whistling football like the Nerf football you grew up with and loved, but it's a Birddogs whistling football, and you just use that code ROSS when you check out on birddogs.com, and you'll get that free whistling football with your order. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting the podcast by going to birddogs.com and using code ROSS when you check out. Insane headlines of the day. Here's your first one. Get ready. It's going to slap you in the face.
Yeah. Okay.
Ex-teacher who fed students semen-laced cupcakes sentenced to 41 years.
Wish it was 22 years. Would have been nice.
What were you going to press?
I was going to hit
Wait for the
laughter.
soundboard, folks.
So I was going to hit laughter because I was like,
The
oh, it'd be
laugh
kind of
track?
funny if I did a bunch of laugh tracks this episode. And I realized I moved it. I moved the bank over. So
You're deciding 24 minutes in that you're going to do a bunch of laugh tracks this episode? We've done one, I guess, so
Yeah.
that's a good start. Let's at least get to 22, okay? Here's a story from the New York Post. A twisted Louisiana ex-teacher who admitted to giving her students cupcakes laced with her husband's sperm has been sentenced to 41 years in prison.
her husband. Oh wait.
We'll get there. Cynthia Perkins, 36 years old, was sentenced Friday after pleading guilty to second-degree rape, production of child pornography, and conspiracy of mingling harmful substances in Livingston. She has no possibility of parole for 40 years, and no, I don't know what mingling harmful substances in Livingston means. As part of the deal, she agreed to testify against her husband, Dennis Perkins. Dennis. Beware of a good Dennis.
And beware of a Perkins.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
Perkins. You know who likes Perkins?
Kendrick.
Tiger Woods.
What do you mean?
That was the whole thing when with his wife. He was going and like banging Perkins waitresses. Perkins is like
Perkins
Denny's.
is a restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also bottle service chicks. He didn't discriminate.
For nobody
Blue collar working women. That's who he went after.
for being so like quiet seeming and like low key, Tiger Woods is such a fuck monster.
He's an absolute sex psychopath, dude. 100%. Yeah. Fucked up his whole life. Really sad. Really sad story, but also one of redemption, and then more sadness after the redemption. But we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, we did.
If you watched him win the Masters and went, oh, the happy ending we all deserved, you're a fucking idiot. You come on. He wasn't done. We were going to have to watch him get hurt at least 6 more times.
And now he's going to have another redemption path. How many times can this man...
How many times can science provide? That's the answer.
True, spinal fusion.
Yeah.
His spine was literally fused together with presumably something else. I don't know.
Back to Dennis Perkins, who was a former sheriff's deputy who is facing 150 criminal charges, many of which are also sex crimes, according to the indictment. The couple were arrested in 2019 after they allegedly sexually abused a child together, among other crimes. Perkins filed for divorce from her husband following their arrest and alleged that Dennis had manipulated her into committing the crimes. A lawsuit filed against Dennis Perkins in the Livingston Parish school system claims that Cynthia Perkins filmed her husband supplying semen for the cupcakes that were later fed to children at Westside Junior High School. A couple things here. One, she filmed him supplying semen for the cupcakes. Now, what that means is she filmed him cranking his hog to completion for the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Now, I realize that they couldn't say masturbated to fruition here,
or cranking his hog.
but supplying semen makes
Yeah.
it seem so innocent.
It does. It's like, oh, hey.
I have this semen for you to make him cupcakes with. No, like that's, what, did he have a jar? Like you've been storing it up for a while? Maybe.
Don't we all?
I'm about to vomit in my mouth. Hold on, please. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, so they fed him to the children at Westside Junior
Jesus
High School.
Christ.
Why? What? I mean, I get that doing shit to other people is funny on some level, but your cum?
Your husband's.
Did you have to serve your cum, sir? Or did she have to agree to that? Like,
How is she still a teacher?
I'm guessing this is why her lawyer has to say he manipulated her into it, because there's no argument for why.
I just don't understand how she's still a teacher after her and her husband were
she's
arrested
not.
for sexually abusing a child in
she's
2019, though.
She was fired, or I'm sorry, actually, she resigned from Westside Junior High School the day after her arrest, while Dennis was fired from his deputy role at Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office.
This says that in 2019, they were arrested after allegedly sexually abusing a child together.
Yeah.
And so she was still a teacher after that?
I don't know.
And then this happened. This is this is not the first time either that we've had a story like this. If you remember, I want to say it was like a year and a half ago, there was the story of the student at a high school who at a international food fest at the high school.
Was he also distributing semen?
But this time it was in crepes.
Supplying semen in crepes. Yeah, I remember that kid. Fucking nut. Little nut. I wonder what he's up to.
He came in a crepe.
Just one crepe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can't eat just one.
That's the thing about Dennis and
crepes.
Cynthia here. They made a whole fucking boatload of cupcakes and fed them to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the grossest fucking thing I've ever heard.
It's absolutely disgusting. And what kind of satisfaction does Dennis get? Like, haha, look at that.
You're never going to guess what I did today, boys. He's at the bar, like, sitting next to his fellas. I came in some cupcakes and fed them to children. You're like, Dennis, what the fuck? Dennis, that's not funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who is the beneficiary of this joy? Someone has to get joy out of this, right?
I think
you
it's Dennis.
Yeah, but he was a cop. It's like, come on, Dennis. You know you can't come in cupcakes. It's the first thing they teach you in cop school.
If you've ever seen the movie Police Academy, they spend like about 30 minutes in the first scene explaining this.
Exactly. Talk about it in The Departed and everything. Cynthia, it says Perkins' attorney, Cynthia's attorney, Paul Woody Scott. Come on, Woody. Keep your fucking nickname out of this one, huh?
You can't have a nickname.
Come on, Woody.
Woody.
Like the fucking Toy Story character? Or a boner?
Or like Woody
Harrelson.
Bad director.
Woody Allen.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking sicko too. Yep. World's full of them, folks. Said his client looks forward to testifying against her husband, whose trial is expected to begin in May. Quote, he is the real monster. That's what she wants to make clear. It's not about shifting blame. She took responsibility today. I mean, that's what she did. But she looks forward to going after the real monster. So, because he supplied the semen, Cynthia argues he's the real monster. But I would argue that if she took the time to make the cupcakes with his semen, she's the real monster because everybody comes.
Yeah, or like
everybody comes.
Couldn't she have made a non cum batch and then brought those for the kids and then lied to him?
Yep. A lot of options Cynthia had that she didn't exercise, and she'll regret it in prison. Next headline. First pansexual astronaut who went on 11-minute spaceflight cosplays as furry online.
Can you reread that?
No. From the Daily Star, a man who claims to be the first pansexual in space after an 11-minute trip outside of Earth has shared the story of his unusual furry interest. Cameron Bess is better known as Meeps Kitten online, where he poses in huge purple and blue cat costume and streams himself playing video games and chatting to fans on Twitch. Ironically, this was literally my next idea to try to get more Twitch viewers. I was going to get my fursuit and play the games I play in that and see if it would help, since right now I make $200 a month on Twitch, and that's just not enough, Jared. But now I can't do it because this guy's already got that whole corner of the market covered. On December 11th in 2021, Cameron, otherwise known as Meeps Kitten, embarked on the Blue Origin NS-19 space flight along with 5 other astronauts and claims to have been the first pansexual to have left the Earth's atmosphere. And this is where it gets good. In the Daily Star, it says, and speaking on the Pornhub podcast, motherfucker, every damn brand in the world had to make a podcast. What the shit is the Pornhub podcast? Who is listening to it? And how are they getting legitimate interviewees?
Like, is it audio porn? Is it just like repeated, like...
I don't know. I'll say this. You know how I'm always questioning why there's these porn categories and who the hell are they aimed at? Like, who is it that's got like a step family that's like, oh, it's so hot to me that I'm in a step family. I'm going to go watch some step porn. That's fucking weird, man. I finally found one that was actually aimed at me. Like right squarely at my chest. A porn video that might as well have been hand-catered and delivered to my doorstep. It was a dude podcasting. And then this girl comes in and just starts blowing him right in the middle of an interview.
Are you serious?
The interview stops and then they have sex. And that's the porn. And I was like, this is good. That's what I always dream about happening when you and me are having to sit in here and chat. I'm like, God, I wish somebody just come in here and start blowing me right in front of Jared.
Well, I have a question. So you said this is like the perfect video for you, right?
Sure.
What was the co-host doing in the video?
There wasn't one. It was just a man sitting across from a woman that he was interviewing, and then someone comes in under the table and starts S-ing his D, as it were.
Did the interview continue?
For a very short time. He cuts it off to focus on the blowjob, which I would have to do as well, if that were to occur.
That's not very professional.
Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to make that announcement. It was huge for me because generally, if I'm watching porn or looking for some, I'm just like, what is this? What the hell is all this? And then one day I was like, oh shit, this dude's getting his dick sucked while he's podcasting. All right, I'm not sorry for any of that. And the U.S.-based content creator began by explaining that could be us, they could be talking about, that the furry community is full of people who like anthropomorphic animals, meaning cartoonish animals that have human characteristics. We fucking know. We're a furry podcast.
Don't mansplain furries to us.
Daily Star. Cameron's alter ego, Meeps, is a 6-foot-tall cat-like figure and an exaggerated version of himself. He explained, it's like me, but you crank it to 11.
And you crank to it at 11 when he's live on Twitch.
That's like me and Ron Bowler. It's like me, but cranked to 4.5 because I'm high.
11's not that high, though. Like, is regular him capable of getting to 10? If so, it's only one tick fast.
I think that's the assumption. But you get another level with Meeps, you know? Yeah, it's not that much.
No.
It's especially not getting my $5 a month on Twitch. I'm sorry. That's going to Formula Bone.
Thank you.
Cameron accepted that there's a lot of furry porn online. Why do you have to accept that? But guessed that only 50% of the furry community would be interested in that, preferring to envision it as a lifestyle rather than a fetish, which is the case with many furries. Despite this, when asked by host Asa Akira, oh, that chick, who I know from Barstool, not from porn, whether he was into furries, Cameron revealed that being part of the community had enabled him to meet his current boyfriend with whom he's in an open relationship. Quote, oh, yeah, it's just extra fun on the side, end quote. Now, does he mean the relationship is extra fun on the side, or that them being in an open relationship means he gets to have extra fun on the side?
I'm not certain. What does pansexual mean?
You couldn't have Googled that in the 20 minutes I've been reading this story so I wouldn't have to awkwardly do it now? Because I can't be wrong about questions like this anymore. You just get your ass canceled. It says, not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. So, you'll fuck everyone? I believe?
That sounds kind of
Sounds tight. Maybe I'm a pansexual now.
Or anything. Furries.
Right? Yeah, it can't be limited to just the humans, or I'm out.
But wait, that doesn't include bestiality. But furryism.
What about a tree? Is that a crime?
That's a great question.
Can you fuck a tree legally? Not like, I know you physically could do it. Certainly someone has. But some hippie, just got real horned up on a tree, and next thing you know.
Well, the hippies who were like camping up in the redwoods that were going to be chopped down?
Yeah, hugging the trees.
Certainly they've made a hole and fucked a tree while they were up there.
That's 1,000% certainty, I would say.
Because if you get lonely up there.
Doctor.
Like
you do get lonely up there.
They're eating beans.
You ever spent the night with just a tree hole right next to you and that's it? The only hole for miles? I think gotta exercise those demons.
I think you legally can fuck any plant or tree except it has to be on private property. But then that actually begs the question. A Venus flytrap is the animal of plants. It would seem really weird to have sex with a Venus flytrap because that's like
why
almost
would anybody
alive.
try that?
I don't know.
He's got a fucking mouthful of fangs, dude.
You're not trying to get.
It's like trying to get dome from Dracula.
You're not trying to get topped off by a Venus flytrap.
No, that's just not the move.
But no,
like trying to get your DS'd by a shark.
If the point is, that to me is crossing the line as far as having sex with plants goes. That's too animal. That's too human of a plant.
I don't think anybody's going to disagree with you. There's not somebody on the other side of this argument going, no, fuck you, Jared. Absolutely. First option for me is the Venus flytrap.
Here's the issue, though. You're thinking about this wrong. Your brain is going, oh, yeah, I wouldn't have sex with a Venus flytrap because of the fangs. But imagine what if it had beautiful lips?
God. And then just gotten them done.
Reframe your brain around if the Venus flytrap, instead of having fangs, had beautiful lips. And
then look, I'm not saying it wouldn't be fucking tempting. I'm just saying no, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
There's no sexy shark out there that's gonna get me to power fuck its face. It's just not gonna happen, man. I'm sorry to tell you that.
I agree. The Venus flytrap is crossing the line.
Holy
even
God.
Even if it just got Botox.
Anyway, if any of you is a lawyer, legally skilled, let us know if you can fuck a tree. Please. and then somebody get that Stanford mascot and bring it down here for me. What? Anyway, back to the story about this kid. The Twitch streamer then went, I don't know if he's a kid. The Twitch streamer then went on to detail his experience as part of the Blue Origin S-19 spaceflight under the company founded by Amazon chairman Jeffrey Bezos. Leading up to it, he says, I felt so confident and ready. There's like 3 days of training and an exam, he remembered. The reason they're able to do the training in such a short period of time nowadays is because, especially on a ship like the New Shepard, which is what I was flying on, is that it's fully autonomous. So you don't have to do anything. And I was curious about this. This is actually funny because I'm actually learning something from this idiot random interview on Pornhub podcast. But I was curious if somebody in the space shuttle had to do anything. Like, press the start button, Jeff. You know what I mean? Like simple as that. Like, beep. And then like, all right, we're landing. Press the landing button, Jeff. And that was it. But no, you don't have to do anything. It's fully autonomous. From 2 minutes and 30 seconds, everything is automated, according to the furry in this article, Cameron. He refused to reveal how much his ticket had cost, but noted the entire mission from launch to landing is 11 minutes. It's very quick. In zero gravity, you have about 3 minutes. So these are much lamer than I was originally imagining when they were saying they're going to take people to space for $250K or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, 3 minutes in zero gravity. I saw videos growing up. We had people going on the airplanes that get pretty close, and then they do the dive from the atmosphere, and you get like 30 seconds of zero gravity. Probably costs like 1/10 as much.
It takes me 20 minutes to get home every day, bro. At a minimum. 11 minutes? God damn, that's quick as hell, dude.
Yeah, that launch to landing is 11. That's.
I wonder if anybody's done it just belligerently drunk, too, and then it's like you don't even remember the 11 minutes. You black it out. It's worthless.
Do you want to do zero gravity at some point in your life?
Do I want to do it? Maybe, man. It just depends on the circumstances. If it's this, no. I'm not paying $250,000 to get launched into sort of space. It's like between Earth and space. That's where these people are going. And by the time you're even realizing that you're close to space, you're turning around.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like kind of a bummer.
Blue Origin, more
Can't
like...
they at least slow it the fuck down on the way back in? More like what?
Blue balls to space.
Yeah, that's true, Jared. That's how they should market it. Space blue balls. Space balls, too. Oh, God. All right, so he was confident, and it went great. It was 11 minutes. Wouldn't tell us how much it costs. Oh, then it says, the self-confessed furry. Why is it confessed? That's just a weird way of putting it. The self-confessed furry also identifies as pansexual, and as part of his permitted luggage, Cameron took a pansexuality pride flag into space, as well as a hand-paw from his Meep fursuit. Come on, that's fucking hilarious.
He
took a giant paw from Meeps, and he fucking took it into outer space, or, you know, the thing between space and Earth. And he explained that, despite the flight only being short, he hopes to have broken boundaries for both communities. I don't know if you did, though. That's what's kind of up for debate, is whether the boundary was broken.
I do not consider it to be space, this.
He is not an astronaut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where does that start? I don't think it starts
You got to
there.
press at least one button on the spacecraft to become an astronaut. If your ass just sat there, you got nothing going, this thing has an issue, you don't have anything to contribute, you're not an astronaut. You're just a fucking passenger.
I think in order to be considered an astronaut, whatever you're traveling in has to be able to stop and still be in space and stay floating in space.
I fucking dare this dude, Meep, to go and tell Buzz Aldrin, hey, Buzz, I'm an astronaut. See what happens, dude. He's going to punch you right in your Meep face.
I'm having one of those existential crises right now.
What is it?
Sometimes when I think about, number one, how the universe is like never ending, and number two, what it's like in like actually in between planets, like in outer space, like literally being in the outer space,
suspended in it,
freaks me out. The idea
you don't have to go, Jared.
Yeah, but think about it. Like, there's no gravity. If you take your helmet off, your entire face freezes, like in that movie. That scarred me for like, what fucking movie is that, Ross?
Oh, that's a lot of movies,
that
though.
Fucking scarred. I think it was fucking Armageddon. Fucking Armageddon scarred me for life because all I can picture is that dude killing himself by taking his fucking helmet
Don't
off.
take your helmet
Don't
off.
take it off. No.
Don't take it off. They
No.
always yell, and then Nicolas Cage like, not the bees, not the bees.
Don't take
You
it
know?
off. And he takes it off, and then he looks like the fucking Night King. He
Yeah.
just goes, bloop.
That's kind of how I want to go out, honestly. That seems fast and
Do
painless.
you die instantly?
I'm pretty sure. You just like, you're like, like a troll if they accidentally wait until the sun comes up.
We
like
can
in Lord
find
of
out.
the Rings.
Didn't Ray Bradbury launch his corpse into space?
Who the fuck is Ray Bradbury?
Famous science fiction writer.
Did he really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, good for Ray. Psycho.
Would you rather be cryogenically frozen or have your corpse shot out into space?
Cryogenically frozen because I want the experience of waking up in another era and not being able to control the volume of my voice like Austin Powers.
I have a hypothetical for you.
Yeah?
Okay. You can either die and have your body have a traditional funeral,
Okay.
or you can be cryogenically frozen, and there's a 25% chance that you can be reanimated in the future. However, they don't have a lot of space in the cryogenic freezer place.
Okay.
So the only place they can stick you is with your head on Walt Disney's penis. And if you're reanimated for about 30 minutes while your body is unfreezing, you're conscious,
Well, no.
and you're
that's
sucking
just-
off Walt Disney.
Well, I'm not sucking off Walt Disney.
No, your
Just-
mouth is
I'm-
making uncontrollable sucking.
No, I'm just there. I'm near his dong.
My
It's not
hypothetical.
that big of a
It's
deal.
my hypothetical.
I'd take the one where I can be unfrozen next to Walt Disney's dong.
On.
As long as they reanimate me before him, I'm good. I've seen Star Wars. You can't get to Harrison Ford's dick through that, man.
That's like he was in carbonite. That's not
Yeah,
It wasn't
it's the same
frozen. He
thing.
was literally
si-
suspended in carbonite.
It's the same science,
I don't think I think one's real and one's not.
I don't know, man. Which one's real? Star Wars. Today's episode is brought to you by Sunday Lawn Care. It is hard to believe, but spring is finally on its way. We are so close to feeling that soft grass under our feet. But first, many of you who didn't use Sunday last year need to get your lawns back. Thankfully, Sunday gets your lawn growing and helps it to stay healthy all season long. I used it last spring and this winter, and as such, Bolen Media HQ's front and backyard both survived the most recent Austin, Texas freeze and are ready to stunt on the entire neighborhood the rest of 2022. I'm actually about to put down the Lawn Strong that you see directly behind Jared's head from Sunday this week to get it ready for the spring as well. Most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter, but this is the time to prep for this year. You're probably thinking you have so much to go do, so much work going on, you got to do too much stuff to get it green and healthy again, but that's why Sunday is great. They take all the work out of it for you. They can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn, and with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses, you can feel good. With kids and pets being around as well, don't have to worry about it. And all you have to do is visit getsunday.com/Bolen20. Put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. It's really cool to tell you exactly what kind of soil and climate data they have to create your personal nutrient plan, and to deliver it right to your door when you need it. You just attach the ready-to-use pouch. You can see one behind Jared. It comes with the supplements for your lawn, and you just attach that thing to your hose and the bag, and then you water your lawn for 15 minutes, and that's it. It's easy. I didn't know diddly squat about lawn care, and truth be told, I still really don't. I've been using Sunday since last spring, and what I do know is this stuff really works. It's really easy. Just hook it up to your garden hose, and you're ready to rock. And Sunday is offering all RBP listeners 20% off, so your lawn can look its best for the rest of the year. Full season plans start at just $129, and you can get 20% off rather at checkout when you use getsunday.com/Bolen20 as your website. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/Bolen20.
Grab your light, this is stuff the Wikipedia when you're high.
Stuff the Wikipedia when you're high.
Today's Stuff to Wikipedia when you're high is the Burke and Hare murders. The Burke and Hare murders were a series of 16 serial killings committed over a period of about 10 months in 1828 in Edinburgh, Scotland. They were undertaken by William Burke and William Hare, who sold the corpses to Robert Knox for dissection at his autonomy lectures. Edinburgh was a leading European center of anatomical study in the early 19th century, in a time when the demand for cadavers led to a shortfall in legal supply.
Yeah, you never. That's not a good problem to have.
No.
Not enough cadavers. Only one way to solve that.
Yeah. Scottish law required that corpses used for medical research should only come from those who had died in prison, suicide victims, or from foundlings and orphans. Damn, that's fucked up. The shortage of corpses... Excuse me. I'm a little toasty. To an increase in body snatching... it led to an increase in body snatching by what were known as resurrection men. Measures to ensure graves were left undisturbed, such as the use of mort safes, exacerbated the shortage. When a lodger in Hare's house died, he turned to his friend Burke for advice, and they decided to sell the body to Knox. They received what was, for them, the generous sum of £710, maybe? 710s? I don't know what their currency was. What the fuck is that? A little over 2 months later, when Hare was concerned that a lodger suffering from fever would deter others from staying in the house, he and Burke murdered her and sold the body to Knox.
I think it's £7 and 10 shillings.
Oh, there you go. 10 shillings. £7, 10 shillings. Good shit, Jared.
Thank you.
You economic genius. You. Okay, so they murder this sick person, and they sell the body to Knox. Then they continue their murder spree, probably with the knowledge of their wives, both their wives were actually, indicted with them. Burke and Hare's actions were uncovered after other lodgers discovered their last victim, Margaret Doherty, and contacted the police. A forensic examination of Doherty's body, indicated she had probably been suffocated, but this could not be proven. Although police suspected Burke and Hare of other murders, there was no evidence on which they could take action. An offer was put to Hare granting immunity from prosecution if he turned King's evidence, which is, if he flipped, became the Tekashi 6ix9ine of body snatchers. He provided the details of Doherty's murder and confessed to all 16 deaths. Formal charges were made against Burke and his wife for 3 murders. At the subsequent trial, Burke was found guilty of 1 murder and sentenced to death. The case against his wife found not proven, a Scottish legal verdict to acquit an individual but not declare them innocent. And Burke was hanged shortly afterwards. His corpse was dissected and his skeleton displayed at the Anatomical Museum of Edinburgh Medical School, where as of 2021, it remained.
That's poetic.
Isn't it? That was the whole point. We had to get through all that nastiness just for the irony at the end. The murders raised public awareness of the need for bodies for medical research and contributed to the passing of the Anatomy Act of 1832. The events have made appearances in literature and been portrayed on screen, either in heavily fictionalized accounts or as the inspiration for fictional works. A new word was coined from the murders: burking, which is to smother a victim or to commit an anatomy murder.
Good job.
And a rhyme began circulating around the streets of Edinburgh. Up the close and down the stair, but and been with Burke and Hare. Burke's the bitcher, Hare's the thief, Knox the boy that buys the beef. That's my 19th century street boy singing
That
song.
MF spitting.
Yeah. So that's today's stuff to Wikipedia when you're high. The Burke and Hare murders, Hare, is spelled Hare. Jared, did you know that more than half of Americans are on crap health insurance plans with crazy high deductibles and copays and sky-high premiums, and it's a nightmare out there?
Yes.
I had to get my own insurance when I started Bolen Media and became self-employed. It's a shitty process. It sucks. I just did it again at the end of 2021. You end up not even knowing what coverage you have and getting skewered. That's why we're so excited to introduce CrowdHealth, today's sponsor. It isn't health insurance. It's a better way to pay medical expenses. CrowdHealth is a community of people who are tired of paying for a broken system, a place where you can get simple, flexible, and an affordable way to pay for your health care. Being in the CrowdHealth community can save hundreds of dollars monthly and put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. It's membership-based. It's a community of health-conscious members who want to get and stay healthy in return for lower prices. CrowdHealth gets rid of the insurance middleman and passes the savings to its members. 100% of your monthly membership pays for actual healthcare costs, helping the whole CrowdHealth community stay healthy while keeping more money in your pocket. And the membership is flexible. It's a monthly subscription, start or stop whenever it's convenient to you. Simple and transparent pricing, customized to fit your needs. CrowdHealth lowers your monthly healthcare costs, and you can see any doctor you want. CrowdHealth is able to offer amazing prices because of its community of health-conscious members, but for a limited time, RBP listeners get their first month free And after you've been a member, CrowdHealth will include a fitness wearable like an Apple Watch. That's a 30 days to try risk-free, plus the fitness wearable when you go to joincrowdhealth.com/fit and enter the code RBP at sign-up. That's joincrowdhealth.com/fit. Promo code RBP. That's JOIN crowdhealth.com/FIT. Promo code RBP. CrowdHealth is not health insurance. It's a community-powered alternative. Terms and conditions may apply. Jared, you and I recently stumbled upon the fact that we don't know any of the amendments to the United States Constitution.
Yep.
And some of our listenership was upset, and they wanted us to make sure that we covered them. And it turns out I printed them off in a simplified form so that we and all the RBP listeners can be at least a little more knowledgeable about the 27 amendments that we have.
See, it's good that you have the simplified one because I don't like that hoity-toity 1700s bullshit they were talking in.
Fucking lawyers, man.
I hereby declare that these...
This is still how contracts are written. It's just mad annoying. I can't tell what the fuck's happening in there.
It's dumb.
Am I giving up rights? Am I getting rights? What's happening? So the 27 amendments simplified. The first one is freedom of speech.
That's a good one.
Press, religion, assembly, and petition.
That's a lot.
All important.
That should have been 5 different amendments.
Now, it was just the first. They came out hot, real hot. Second one, right to bear arms. Easy peasy, right? Just remember, it's the gun one that we're going to argue about till time ends. Amendment 3 is that citizens do not have to house soldiers, which John Mulaney's famously made fun of, and is just a generally hilarious one to not have taken care of in the original Constitution.
Is it that you don't have to or you can't? Because what if I want to have some big strapping
Soldiers
army men
come in
my
and just
house?
spank you around? You can do that. That's legal.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Number 4, no unreasonable search or arrest. We're not doing great with that one.
Yeah, New York kind of turned that one around with stop and frisk for a little bit there.
New York City. Number 5, no double jeopardy or no witness against yourself. Can't be charged twice for the same crime. And a husband and wife can't be charged for the same crime. The worst fucking attorneys.
So Alex Trebek,
Yeah.
was destroying the Constitution for like 30 years with that double jeopardy.
He was violating number 5, Jared. Number 6, the right to a speedy and public trial. Also fucking up on that one. Where's the
Speedy?
speed in it, dude? This is the slowest system, man. So slow. Anything with the government is slow. The right to a speedy and public trial is number 6. Number 7, the right to a jury trial in civil matters of $20 and over. Boring. Number 8, no excessive bail or cruel punishment.
Which, again, I think we're
We're
blowing,
blowing
that
it
one.
there. Number 9, people get rights not listed in Constitution.
What does that even mean?
Did we need a 10? Like, did 10 need to exist if 9 is people get rights not listed in Constitution? Does it mean that there's states' rights that can be applied? I don't know. That's not simplified enough.
No.
Or that's oversimplified. They simplified that one too much for us. This website did. Quizlet.com. Number 10. Any rights not given to federal government are given to the states and people. Sure. Number 11. Individual cannot sue a state in federal court. That's kind of lame. Number 12. Separate ballots for president and vice president.
What? Do we even have
yeah,
that?
they were on the same ballot at the beginning. That's wild.
Aren't they on
Where
the
you couldn't vote for. Wait. Yeah.
What?
I'm asking the question you're asking now. Because that's confusing.
Did they repeal that? Because right now, if I vote for Kanye, I get Kanye's vice president. I don't vote for vice president as well. Back in the old days, the person who got second place in president was named vice president. Maybe it has to do with that.
I don't know. I'm simple.
Why? See, doing this is making us have more questions than
answers?
when we didn't know.
Yeah, but that's more fun to me than actual information. Where are we at? 12, 11?
The
10,
one about the vice president.
9. Oh, yeah. Number 13, abolish slavery.
It's a good one. It's a really
Winner.
good one.
Number 14, if you are born or naturalized in the U.S., then you are a citizen of the U.S. Number 15, you cannot prevent a person from voting because of race, color, or creed. Still fucking up there. Number 16, income tax. That's all it says.
I do not like that one.
Number 17, popular election of U.S. senators. That makes sense.
No, we don't.
We don't?
Well, does that have to do with the Electoral College?
No, I think it means that
contentious.
senators have to be elected, right? By popular vote.
That's
maybe?
good then.
I don't know. Number 18, prohibition.
Boo.
I don't actually care. Number 19, women get the right to vote. Boo. Just kidding. Love you, women. President takes office on January 20th instead of March 4th was the 20th amendment. Like, did we need an amendment for that? You guys couldn't just fucking change the calendar? Everybody's just trying to get credit for shit.
They're trying to make that a non-negotiable. Like, no, it is this day every year.
Yeah.
Every 4 years.
Number 21, repeal prohibition. That only lasted 3 amendments.
So do you need a new... Couldn't they just say no more...
18.
Yeah.
Get rid of 18, knock everything else down a notch, and you're good. What the fuck? It's literally 3 later. Number 18 is prohibition. Number 21 is repeal prohibition. They didn't feel silly as fuck having to strike that into the Constitution. Amendment 22, president can only serve 2 terms. Wait, did any presidents serve more than 2 terms?
Yes. Yes, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Died in his 3rd term, I believe.
Whoa. Number 23, Washington, D.C. residents can vote for president. Congratulations, D.C. Number 24, anti-poll tax. No polls.
So this seems
taxed.
anti-stripper.
That's exactly what it seems like. Number 25, lays down the rules for who becomes president if the president dies, resigns, etc. That's a good one. Well, in theory. Number 26, 18-year-olds get to vote. Boo. That's fucking stupid. It should be 25. I voted in like 2 elections that I didn't even know what the hell what the consequences were. What was happening at all.
18-year-olds can vote, but they can't drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes.
They should 18 should be when you get your driver's license, bro. not when you're allowed to vote and rip heaters, which I think you can't even do that anymore, right? They bumped it up to 21.
Now, yeah.
That's good. The older we can make things before kids are allowed to do them, the better. And as I've argued many times, I didn't even hit puberty till 27. I didn't become a man till 30. So I think things should be later. That's all I'm saying.
Except we do need to have a maximum age for people to be able to drive a car. And it should be 65.
If you're listening right now and you're like, Ross, why? That's so lame. Fuck them kids. Number 27, Congress cannot accept a pay raise until next term. And then there hasn't been another amendment since.
They
put that shit in. Congress couldn't charge overtime on amendment making anymore, and they just fucking quit. That's where we've been at ever since. So some of these are confusing.
Why are we scared to add more amendments? We act like the Constitution is so holy, but look at all this bullshit they changed to it. We can change it again.
We need to amend it, for sure. There needs to be a 29. Maybe you and I work on draft 28 first. We'll draft up 28 first, and then we'll get to 29.
And 29 is going to be canceling 28, and then 30, a nice round 30 is where we're really going to start making some differences.
Yeah, that's where we make the big changes, when we get to 30. So get ready for that when it drops. It's going to be hot.
New amendment dropping soon.
So now I hope you all feel a little bit more comfortable with the laws that govern the nation of the United States of America. I don't particularly, but hopefully maybe one of you does. Huzzah. Follow us on social media at The Ross Bolen Podcast on TikTok and Instagram, at Ross Bolen Pod on Twitter. Follow me, Ross Bolen, on Twitter and Instagram at WR Bolen, and Jared at Jared Borislow on Twitter and Instagram as well. Hit bolenmedia.com/shop to grab yourself some merch. The Bone Zone t-shirt, You Are Not Alone merch. We've got hats.
Good Days.
We've got Stack Good Days crew necks. We've got fucking coffee mugs, man. We got it all. bolenmedia.com/shop. New stuff is going to be coming out very soon as well. Also, for ad-free Friday episodes, hit patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast. If you're like, oh man, this is dropped early and now there's no more episodes this week. Bullshit, there aren't. There's one more, and it's only on Patreon for supporters of the podcast. And as I've said last episode, J-Bone will not be here for this one, so it could be very weird. There's no real limitation to what could or couldn't happen. I don't know what'll happen, Jared.
Yeah, everybody knows I keep Ross in check.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You do. You're my anchor to reality.
If it wasn't me here asking if you'd rather suck off Walt Disney or be thrown into a grave, I don't know.
Then what would happen? We'll find out on Friday on patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Thanks for all the support. Till next time, peace be with you and also with you.